Our reading today, Vilapa Kusumanjali, verse 85. O Suvrate, dedicated girl, will you increase my bliss by falsely and angrily quarreling with the Lord of your heart, being supported by your girlfriends who are expert in helping you in your loving tricks while you play the flower picking game. I'll repeat. O Suvrate, dedicated girl, will you increase my bliss by falsely and angrily quarreling with the Lord of your heart, being supported by your girlfriends who are expert in helping you in your loving tricks while you play the flower picking game. Commentary. Sri Raghunatha has submitted a prayer to Swamini's feet that he may relish the sweet nectarian rasa of her words through both his ears and his eyes. One cannot count in how many ways Radha's self-manifest sweetness is relishable within Sri Raghunatha's heart. And actually, nobody is able to describe this sweetness. Although the four Vedas are constantly glorifying Sri Radha, they cannot reach the end. Here, Saraswati's voice becomes silent. When the heart of Shriman Mahadeva, Lord Shiva, that is Jnanamaya, filled with transcendental wisdom, comes here, it merges in Sri Radha's glories. And the thousand-headed Anantadeva goes beside himself here. When the best of all devotees, Uddhava Mahashaya, understood the greatness of their sweetness, he prayed for birth in Vraja, even as a blade of grass or a shrub, to attain the food dust of the Vraja Sundaris on his head. This is described in Srimad Bhagavata. Even the Supreme Lord, Rajendra Nandana, cannot reciprocate with this sweet love. What to speak of others? Even Rajendra Nandana is descending to relish this prema. This verse conceals the root cause of Sri Gauranga's dissension. Sri Gauranga Deva descended to experience the sweetness of Sri Radha's love. He relished this himself and concomitantly made the people of this age also qualified to relish it.
Okay, Radha. We were listening this paragraph and we wanted to hear all paragraph and all sentences and all points which Anantadas Babaji is putting to us. But now we can go back again because we got some glimpse what's going on and we can try to share something about this. So please, Radha Priya, can you read again the verse?
O Suvrata, dedicated girl, will you increase my bliss by falsely and angrily quarreling with the Lord of your heart, being supported by your girlfriends who are expert in helping you in your loving tricks while you play the flower picking game.
So here, just from the beginning, Raghunath is addressing Radhika or Suvrate, dedicated girl. Translation is dedicated girl. But also we can add that this vrata means the vow. And when we put this syllable su, vrate, it means topmost vow, sublime, most sublime vow. And the name of Radhika here is Suvrate. So she is the person who has the topmost vow, most sublime vow, to give the Krishna pleasure. This is the topmost vow. Sometimes some persons who are very attached and attracted to different kinds of yoga and different kinds of practices, they are taking different vows. I don't want to eat this and that. I don't want to sleep. I don't want to talk. I have a vow to do this and this and that and that and that. But actually, all these vows are meaningless if there is no desire to attain the topmost vow. And the topmost vow is, how can I give the pleasure to my beloved Ishtadev? All others practices has to serve this topmost sublime desire. And this is the greatest vow. So the Radhika is Suvrate because she is always dedicated in her vow, with all her heart and all her being, all her existence, to give a Krishna pleasure. So when Raghunath, like Tulsi, is addressing Radhika like Suvrate, she immediately reminds Radhika, but also herself, about this supreme desire which Radhika brings always in her heart. And we can see here that Radharani's maidservants also, they have this kind of vow. Their only desire is to give a radical pleasure and to help her in her amorous pastimes with her beloved. And this verse is continuing, will you increase my bliss? So here, Raghunath is not praying for service, like he's praying in other verses. I want to serve you like this, and this. I want to comb you, I want to dress you, I want to put perfumes, and so on, and so on, and so on. No, he here is praying, Radhika, will you increase my bliss by falsely and angrily quarreling with the Lord of your heart? So what does it mean? Is it possible that Manjari doesn't want to serve? But she is praying, Radhika, please give me happiness, give me bliss, you give to me bliss. But we should understand the deep level of the service. Service can sometimes be very manual, ordinary service, but with full love. There are other kinds of services. But to look how Radhika is making Krishna happy gives Manjari happiness, and Manjari is worshipping Radha Mohan through her eyes and ears. Ears and eyes are the most sublime, also, paraphernalia for worshipping. If we, for example, if we very attentively listen, like Gurudev is saying, with the cups of your ears you are relishing it, the subject. It means that we are worshipping with the heart through the ears. And this is paraphernalia to worship to someone whom we love. I'm listening, my Gurudev. I'm listening, Anantadas Babaji. I'm listening, devotees. And the more I am attentive, the more I worship them. This is paraphernalia for worshipping. And please, Radhapriya, read the first sentence in the commentary.
Sri Raghunatha has submitted a prayer to Swamini's feet, that he may relish the sweet nectarian rasa of her words through both his ears and his eyes.
You see? He is praying, Radhika, I want to relish your words when you quarrel in this time, when you are angry on your beloved. And with my ears, I also want to relish with my eyes. We should understand how the senses can work together, can combine together to help a heart to relish. And we can see here that through the ears also we can see. This is amazing. Because if we are listening about, for example, Munger Mandir, immediately we can see the beautiful temple of Radha Mohan. How we can see it? By listening. So these senses are very, very connected between each other and then give impression to the mind. So this is the position of sadhaka also. In sadhana bhakti, in bhava bhakti, and the prema bhakti, the process is the same. But sadhaka still is not mature enough, like devotees on the bhava level and prema. But still, he can relish as much as he can. He can relish through the ears, and immediately what he is listening attentively with full feelings is appearing on the screen of his mind. If we are thinking, if we are listening, the things which are materialistic things, our senses become absorbed and our mind in this subject. And if we are listening and thinking about transcendental subjects, transcendental pastimes, then our senses, our mind and heart is coming in direct contact with transcendental world, which is reality. So this is one of the reasons why Baba is saying here that Raghunath, through his ears and his eyes, he is relishing this loving pastime. So he is encouraging us to practice sadhana bhakti, but with completely focused goal. What I want to attain. Which kind of relationship and which kind of bhav I want to develop in my existence. So we have here, please again read second verse, a second sentence. Will you?
One cannot count in how many ways Radha's self-manifest sweetness is relishable within Sri Raghunatha's heart. And actually nobody is able to describe this sweetness.
So he is the example, most exalted example, Prayojan Guru. Because he is completely relishing Radha's self-manifest sweetness. He is our example. It means that we should try our best to follow him, to follow his emotions, to go behind him and pray, to go behind our Gurudev and pray with full heart. Because if we try to imitate Raghunath, then this is a wrong practice. But if we try to feel at least a little bit of his Manjari Bhav, then like a Prayojan Guru, he will infuse, and all other sadhus who are in that bhav will infuse sadhaka's heart. So this is the essential part of the commentary, which is trying to prepare the mind of sadhaka, the ears of sadhakas, the eyes of sadhaka, how to enter in this particular sweet lila. When Radha, Krishna and other gopis are quarreling, and Tulsi is praying to Radharani, please, give me the bliss to witness this. You see the difference. Sakis and Radhika together are quarreling with Krishna. But Manjaris are not taking active role. They are observing this beautiful, sweet pastime. Very similarly, like they are observing pastimes in Radha Kund, very similarly when they are observing the pastimes of rasa dance, and so on and so on. Also here, when they are quarreling, the sweetness of their quarrel is so sweet and relishable. And this is possible only because they have only prema, or we can say mahabhav, in their hearts. That when persons have a prema in their hearts, even their quarrels is sweet and relishable and is giving the pleasure. But if there is no prema, if there is no devotion, then quarreling, angry behavior, and so on is damaging. And I remember the first year when I met Gurudev, after a few months, he told Ramani and me, please never engage in any conflicts, because it will ruin your bhakti. And this is really true. So we can see here how the conflicts, quarrels, angerness can be sweet if it's colored or perfumed with the prema, to give a Krishna pleasure or to give beloved Ishtadev pleasure. But the same behavior can be very, very, very destructive. And we should also know that when Radha and Mohan are quarreling, it makes a tension. But this kind of tension increase and create new emotions in their loving exchange. After this quarreling, the meeting in the kunja is more sweeter. Because during this quarrel, also they exchange their love. So we should try to digest and to process. Because this is rasa. Science of rasa. Science of rasa. Science of pure, loving relationship, full of devotion service. And it's not easy to understand, it's not easy to apply, and it's not easy to feel. And Baba is saying, actually nobody is able to describe this sweetness. Nobody. Who is on material platform of consciousness? Nobody can understand, nobody can relish, nobody can describe, nobody can talk properly about this, but only those who are properly followed and who attain that pure level. Then they can relish the angerness, man, jealousy, and quarrel. With heavy words, they can relish how Radha Mohan are enjoying their loving, amorous pastimes while they're quarreling. Is there someone? Gurudev, you want to share, to add something more? Please, Gurudev. You are very busy, I see, but if something comes to you or...
Yes, then I will say. Go on. It came, but it was passed away. Again.
Oh. Okay, Gurudev. It will come again.
Yeah.
Okay, Goranga.
Yes, please, Maharaj.
So you explained very nicely. And this quarrel, anger is two kinds. Very intimate quarrel and not intimate quarrel. So if somebody say something very, strongly or angry, means somebody feel you are very intimate and feeling some mamata, you are mine. So this is Gauranga first time. Advaita Acharya was very unhappy because Mahaprabhu always respect Advaita Acharya. But Mahaprabhu get angry at Jagadananda Pandit or some others. One day Sanatana Goswami was watching. Mahaprabhu always respect Sanatana Goswami and angry Jagadananda. And then Sanatana Goswami said,
Oh, something happened. Something happened with the internet in the cave, in downstairs. It's break.
Okay. So
now you are again.
Yes. So Advaita Acharya was very much unhappy because Mahaprabhu does not become angry with Advaita Acharya. And then he explained little bit Jnana Marga. And Jnana is more higher than Prema. And he preached like this. And then Mahaprabhu angry. Then Advaita Acharya felt so happy. So this is Gaura Lila, but Vrindavan Lila, its sweetness is coming. So we know Sneha and Man and Pranay So sneha means melting heart. And then if melting heart, sometimes we feel you are mine. Or sometimes I'm yours and you are mine. And at that time, spiritual angerness is coming. And especially Radhika's anger give so much pleasure to Krishna. Like in Vrindavan, Krishna become asking donation from gopis or Radhika. And Radhika become angry with Krishna. This is man. Or Krishna steals something from gopis. Here, Krishna is sometimes claiming, you are stealer. And this conversation is full of love. Especially, Gauranga Sundara explained very nicely the ear and eyes. Especially, Krishna is pleased if Gopi or elder Gopi chastise Krishna or criticize Krishna. Because Krishna is always glorified everywhere. In the Veda, many Shruti glorify Krishna. So he needs some spice, sometimes bitter spice. We eat only sweets, sometimes not very good. We need more taste, sour taste, bitter taste. And then all rasa is more sweet. Sweet has become more sweet. Sometimes we are eating like a watermelon. Sometimes we put salt in watermelon. Then sweetness more increasing. And man's like this. And also, why give me pleasure my eyes? Because Radhika show so much feeling in her face, in her body. Radhika wears so much ornament, like earring, like bracelet, nose ring, and lipstick, etc. Chandan, musk. But also Radhika wear feeling. It's called Baba Arankara. So Radhika show sometimes angriness, this angry, sometimes fear, sometimes so much pleasure. So Radhika show one face, but a different kind of feeling together. This feeling, Baba Arankara, give Krishna so much pleasure. Also, same time, this conversation, Manjari could taste, Manjari feel Radhika's superiority. Oh, Radhika defeat Krishna by quarreling, by argument. Then Manjari becomes so happy. Or Radhika steals Mohan's heart. Then Manjari see, oh, Radhika defeat Krishna. Oh, you are Jayashri. So in this scene, Manjari see in her eye and hearing sweet, quarreling conversation, and it pleased Manjari so much. Especially she felt, oh, my Radhika is wrong. My Radhika steals Mohan's heart. My Radhika attracts Mohan. This feeling gives Manjari so much pleasure. So this is Vrindavan. Vrindavan is full of sweetness, madhurya, no Aishwarya. Actually, Aishwarya is there, but covering so much sweetness. So this is Vrindavan. Like sometimes Uddhavaji say, a chocolate covers the peanuts or almond. And this almond become more sweet, more tasteful. So Vrindavan is rasa is like this. So this is describes Vrindavan sweetness. So just I want to add a little bit. Radhe Radhe.
Thank you, Maharaj. Radhapriya, now we can continue in the same mood and to develop. And please read in the end of the paragraph, it's written CC and what to speak and so on. You see? All right.
Even the Supreme Lord, Rajendra Nandana, cannot reciprocate with this sweet love. What to speak of others? Even Rajendra Nandana is descending to relish this prema. This verse conceals the root cause of Sri Gauranga's dissension.
Radhe. You see how Rasik devotees are able to enter in deep meaning and more deep meaning of this verse. Baba so expertly is saying this verse is the root cause of appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why it is the root cause? Because Krishna, during this quarrel with the gopis, although he got and received so much pleasure, still he couldn't understand the deepest level of their bhava, especially Radhika. He was quarreling with Radharani, and she was in very smart and clever way quarrel with him. But still, prem, pure love, which were emanating from her mouth, from her words, couldn't enter in Krishna's heart as he wanted. So he said, okay, I have to relish her prem. And Baba is saying this verse is the root cause of Sri Gauranga's dissension. Because he descended to experience the sweetness of Sri Radha's love. And now we can remember Chaitanya Charitamrita. The beautiful lila when Gauranga, in the mood of Manjari, in deep meditation, suddenly saw him on the Govardhan amongst the Sakis, Manjaris, and Radhika there. And what they did, they were picking the flowers. And when Sakis saw this new Manjari, and the Gauranga, like a new Manjari, appeared amongst them, they gave instructions to her, pick some flowers. So all this quarreling, what is going in Braj Lila, is tightly connected with the Gaura Lila. And if we really understand the Gaura Lila, we will immediately relish Braj Lila, and from relishing Braj Lila, we will appreciate and more relish Gaura Lila, because they are connected. But without Manjari Bhav, without strong one-pointed Bhav in the heart, and taking the shelter of Gauranga, who is like Radharani, it's not possible. Because all these lilas are going from one to another, and they are blending in a sweet madhurya rasa, in the mood of parakya bhav. And for that we need the key, we need the mercy of Guru Manjari. No one else can give us this kind of mercy. Only someone who is firmly realized like Manjari. And there, again, I will read. This verse conceals the root cause of Gauranga's dissension. This pastime is also root cause, because Rajendranandan, Krishna, he wanted to relish this prema through quarreling, through harsh words, even more. And he said, how to do that? I cannot. How to do that? I have to become Manjari. And he showed that. In Gaura Lila in Puri, through his meditation in Gambhira, he appeared like a Manjari between Sakhis who were picking the flowers. And what's happened? Again, we are talking the same thing. They gave him instruction, pick up the flowers. They didn't worship him like a Krishna. They didn't worship him like a Radha. They didn't recognize him like a Radha and Krishna combined form. Sakhis just saw Gauranga like a Manjari, new appearing Manjari. Okay, do some seva. Pick the flowers with us. And in that way, Gauranga or Krishna in him relish this beautiful Yugala ras, and how Radhika is loving him. And then what he did, Baba is continuing, he relished this himself. How can I give to others if I don't relish? How can I help the others? How can we infuse the others if we are not relishing and are not infused by our own self? That someone gave us kripa to be infused with this. We can talk nice lilas, we can talk nice stories, and this is okay, this is helpful. But the point is that we should listen and practice, first of all, for our own experience. And Baba is saying, I'm repeating again, he relished this himself. And concomitantly, this is this is something which is, after this relishing, it's natural to make the people of this age qualified to relish it. So Gurudev, can you help us? We are talking.
You are beautifully explaining about Mahaprabhu, how Mahaprabhu is doing Manjari Bhasa. Wow. Really is a beautiful. Morning Russian class also I say, in Utkalka Vallari it was mentioned, they glorify Krishna but praying to Radhika, Manjari.
Yeah.
And then I say, this is the thing. We cannot not glorify to Krishna because it's a Radha's Krishna. But at the same time, as a Manjari, we pray to Radhika, not to Krishna. And Mahaprabhu also is a very merciful who explain only about the Radhika and how the Mahaprabhu is serving like a Manjari. Means Krishna himself like to be a Manjari, to serve Radhika. Because Adi Leela 4 Canto, Prabhupada is mentioning that Radhika is the goal, object is the Radhika, and subject becomes Krishna. So subject means he wants to release the mood of Radhika.
That is Manjari.
This is the beauty. That they become crystal clear to us that Radhika is the super high. Krishna is the source of progress. Krishna is not a goal, source of progress. If he is a goal, you have to assign him. Then ultimate goal comes to us. You cannot stop with Krishna. It's the way of progress. When we block with Krishna, then we we have to go to highest place. Ultimate, what do you say? Ultimate. Highest. If he's the goal, then you have to go a higher goal. Means he's the source of progress. The highest thing to know the love. Sonam Bonam. Srimad Bhagavad Prabhupada mentioned, this is Sonam Bonam. The absolute truth is Sonam Bonam. Controller is not a Sonam Bonam. Love. The source of the all energy where the flowing is Sonam Bonam. And that is divine love. That is Radhika's mercy.
This subject-object and subject means Ishtadev and devotee.
Yeah.
Vishai Ashray, but simply to say Ishtadev and devotee. And Krishna clearly expressed his desire that he wants to become devotee of Radhika.
Yeah, oh, that you said, beautiful. The day it is clear to us, everything is crystal clear.
Yes.
Still I don't understand, it will take time to understand.
Yeah.
Again, repeat what you said.
Usually we are talking about this Vishai and Ashraya. It means object of our love or Ishtadev. Who is taking the shelter of Ishtadev? Devotee. So in that sense, when Krishna wanted to relish Radharani's love, he said, I'm not anymore object. I reject this position. I put Radhika like my goal, my object. And immediately and logically and naturally, he expressed desire, I want to become her devotee. Now the question, Gurudev, is, who can be her devotee?
That. Radha.
A man, a boy, only intimate devotee can be Radharani's most intimate maidservants. And this is Manjari. So when Krishna was meditating, Gauranga was meditating, he was meditating that he is Manjari. In that mood, he was chanting. Why Radha will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra? While Krishna will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But devotee is glorifying Yugala Kishore. Devotee in the mood of Manjari is chanting these mantras. So Krishna took, again, when he said, I want to be the subject of my beloved object, it means I want to become her maid servant. And this is the way how I can relish Radha's bhava, but also how she is exchanging the love with her beloved. Manjari is witnessing. Only from this position of observer I can catch in my heart the feelings of both of them. And this is unlimited. It's not possible to describe this kind of happiness. And he wants to relish this kind of happiness. And many years are passing in our devotional life, but we cannot catch this point. And the more we catch this point and firmly establish ourselves, then Gaura Lila will open really, and with opening Gaura Lila, we will receive the mercy from Vraj Lila.
Yeah.
And by mercy of Vraj Lila, we will go deeper in Gaura Lila. And this is Nitya Lila. Never Gaura Lila, Vraj Lila, Nitya Lila. So for that, we need desire to have it in the heart. And we need close, very close association of those who are floating constantly in these loving pastimes. He himself, I'm reading again, he himself relished this and concomitantly made the people of this age also qualified to relish it. So it means that every jiva in Kali Yuga in which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears is qualified. But the only thing is, does she want or not? We don't have any other qualification. Gyan is not qualification. Remembering the verses, it's not qualification. Practicing yoga is not qualification. Chanting rounds like a robot is not qualification. Fasting is not qualification. Qualification, I am burning from desire to receive this mercy to become Radharani's maidservants. And I'm completely aware that I'm not qualified, and I will never be qualified. But still, I'm so foolish, but I need mercy for fulfilling only that goal. If I cannot attain that goal, then I don't care what will happen with me. Radha Priya.
In this verse, Sri Raghunatha perceives Swamini's flower-picking pastime. You're picking flowers with your crooked and Rasika girlfriends. This means that in Vraja, no one deals with Krishna in a simple or submissive way. This is called Vamya Bhava. And in this mood, the erotic sweetness of the Yugala Kishora becomes crystallized. Therefore, the words Rasa Kutila are used here. They will quarrel with Shyama over picking flowers. I know you are Suvatra. You're dedicated to the vow of delighting Shyama. When will you delight me by engaging in such false and crooked quarrels? Sri Banga Bihari Vidyalankara writes, Suvrata means a girl who is dedicated to the cause of making the Lord of her life happy. That is the best vow. There is no greater vow than that in the whole world. Prema means thinking. How can I make Krishna happy? And the Vraja Sundaris are in the highest class of lovers. They are endowed with Mahabhava, which is the quintessence of prema. The minds and senses of those who are endowed with Mahabhava are saturated with Mahabhava. Mahabhava consists of the greatest nectar and helps the mind to return to its constitutional position. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti writes in his Ananda Chandrika commentary on this verse, Mahabhava helps the mind to regain its constitutional position. This means that the minds of the girls who have Mahabhava are entirely consisting of Mahabhava. The mind has no more separate existence from Mahabhava. The senses act according to the mind's direction. And in this way, the senses of the Vraja Sundaris also consist of Mahabhava. Therefore, it is logically proven that all the activities of their senses are dedicated to and dominated by Krishna. All the Vraja Sundaris have Mahabhava, but Sri Radha is Mahabhava Svarupini herself. She consists of nothing but Mahabhava. From the tips of her toenails up to the top of her head. It is certain that Krishna is greatly delighted and controlled by each of her physical and sensual acts. Hence, no one in the world is more worthy of the name Suvrata than her.
So what to say, what to share when we listen this sweet, beautiful commentary and the words of Baba. These words are full of Mahabhava. These sharings are full of Mahabhava. It's not just the Jnani words. It's the words of someone who is floating in the waves of Radharani's Mahabhava and whose all existence attained position of constitutional position. What does it mean, constitutional position? Real, original, never changing, eternal position, like Radharani's Manjari. Radhika is embodiment of Mahabhava. She is the source of all Mahabhava and all other bhavas. All her sakis are her expansions of her Mahabhava. But what to speak about Kinkaris? There is no difference between Kinkaris' close, intimate, loving Radharani's maid servants. All emotions which are constantly flowing through the Radharani's heart and all body are present in the hearts, minds, senses, and body of Kinkaris. All emotions. And this is the greatest gift of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is the last limit for the soul, for the jiva. To become and finally to stay eternally in this constitutional position of Radha Dasi. This is the greatest gift. And the body of Kinkari is also embodiment of Mahabhava, because it's always in touch with Mahabhava. Close touch, intimate touch, heart to heart touch, senses to senses touch, mind to mind touch, hand to hand, fingers to fingers touch. Whatever touch Mahabhava becomes Mahabhava. So it's logically we can conclude that Kinkaris are also in the bud forms embodiments of Mahabhava. And this is the Audarya, greatest gift of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Rupa Nuga devotees. No one else can give us such a beautiful gift to attain constitutional position, eternal, never changing, of Radharani's maidservant. And she, Baba is saying, Radhika, she is Suvrata, but her kinkaris are also Suvrata. And only someone who is Suvrata can understand the feelings in the heart of other person who is also Suvrata. No one else. Even Krishna cannot understand the deep level of Radharani's love, intensity of her love, and how much she is one-pointed, ekeha, ekanta, only to him. Only Manjaris, because they are also Suvrata. They are dedicated only to Radharani. So by listening this, we are coming under the influence of this Manjari Bhav energy, Shakti. Then everything will be clear, and everything what is not belong to this subject will not be interesting for us at all.
In his Stavamala, Srila Rupa Goswami has nicely described how Sri Radhika picks flowers in the forest. Indeed, his descriptions of this pastime are unrivaled in the kingdom of sweet rasa. In the morning time, Sri Radhika feels morose. She doesn't feel like performing her household duties, and her mind is restless. So she goes out into the forest on the pretext of getting water for her ritual worship, eager to see lotus-eyed Krishna. Rupa Manjari secretly follows her to the bank of the Yamuna. Srimati walks very far until she catches Shyama Sundara's bodily fragrance, and thinking that Shyama Sundara is in the forest, she proceeds towards him like a thirsty she-bee. When she sees Krishna standing there, dressed like a forester, she starts picking flowers just to catch his attention. Shyama notices her and says, "Who's that girl destroying the beauty of the forest by picking all flowers there? How beautiful you are." Sri Radhika, seeing Krishna, with his forehead beautified with Gorochana pigments, frowns her eyebrows. Radhika, who is called Bhamini, or powerful girl here, pulls at her blue garment and thus conceals her limbs. How wonderful are her movements! She takes some distance from Shyama and hides herself between the huge jasmine creepers on the bank of the Yamuna. Shyama follows her as if he is bewitched by some mantra and says, "You are always coming here to pick flowers, and then, after cruelly breaking all the tender sprouts and destroying the beauty of the forest, you hide yourself. Who are you?" Srimati replies, "One devotee poet. Has made a beautiful Padyanuvada, Bengali song translation of this, and this is quoted below. Hearing this, Vinodini Radha anoints her smirky smile with the paste of feigned anger and says, "Listen, O Kala, Krishna, the blacky boy. How painful it is to see your behavior. It is like a great fire that burns us. We are dedicated girls, and our minds are always devoted to worshipping the sun god. We always come here to pick flowers, and we never heard such rude words before. Why do you speak such words today? That's not proper of you." Rasaraja, Krishna, the king of relishes, says, "This is the doing of the bold King Cupid. Aren't you afraid of him?" Krishna replies, "I understand that you have stolen many flowers and sprouts today. O golden flower thief, now I caught you. How will you be able to go home now?" "Oh, hey, is this you doing? Aren't you married girls afraid and ashamed to come to this forest every day, stealing leaves and flowers, breaking the straw? O golden complexioned flower thieves, how will you escape now that I've caught you? You won't be able to run away." Rasa Sudhakara stays in hiding and witnesses Radha and Krishna's pastimes.
They stays in hiding. between the branches, between the halls of the vines, Manjari is observing the loving pastimes of Radha Mukha. And here, little up, it said, Krishna is saying, "Oh golden flower thief, Pushpa Chori." We know that Krishna is a thief, and he is the greatest thief. But from whom? From whom he learned to steal? From someone who is able to steal his possession, his heart. Pushpa Chori. She is the Chori. She is stealing the flowers of all his emotions, the fragrance of all his love. She is really Chori. We heard that Krishna is a Chori. He is stealing the clothes of gopis. He is stealing the butter. So many other things he is stealing, because this is his nature, to be a stealer. But from whom? You have to learn from someone how to be good stealer, how to be good thief. And Krishna admitting by himself, "Oh golden flower thief, Pushpa Chori." So this is the beauty of the words of Manjaris, who are observing these loving pastimes and exchange of love. And by their mercy, we are able to listen, to drink through our ears, and immediately see through our eyes on the screen of our mind the pastimes. Maybe not in details, but by practicing bhajan on what we relish through the ears, by the kripa, these pastimes will be more vivid and more vivid and more vivid, and enter in our heart more deeply, making deep, deep samskaras. When these deep samskaras are sufficiently deep, then the mind and senses will simply merge, melt in the heart. Soften the heart, and then melt the heart. And when the heart became completely melted by bhav and prem, then Radhika will be attracted to the fragrance of that heart. So this is sadhana bhakti. And someone who is practicing the sadhana bhakti in this prescribed way, he can relish the sadhana bhakti. By the following, those who are always in this kingdom of Mahabhav. I'm sorry, as I said, I noticed this flower thief which inspired me to say something. Gurudev is so sweet. Pushpachori. And we can also develop this, just this one.
And the Swamini says in a trained, harsh mood, I know you are a Raj.
Raf.
We are worshipping the sun god. This forest is only for women. Men are not allowed here. Until now, no one has ever forbidden us to come here. Who are you? Didn't you learn any manners? Whose forest is this anyway? Shyama says. This forest belongs to King Cupid, who has entrusted it into my care. This king is very cruel, and it was very unfair of you to steal his flowers. Swamini says, there is no King Cupid here. You are that
Ra, yourself.
Ra yourself. Who in Vraja does not know your pranks? In this way, their sweet quarrel goes on. But the quarreling with him in this way, by quarreling with him in this way, Swamini became known as Suvrata, a girl who is unflinchingly dedicated to Krishna's pleasure.
So this is Suvrata. This is Vrata. Vrata, my vow to give the Krishna pleasure. This is Radharani's mood. And she is so expert in giving him pleasure that even when she is quarreling with him, he is so happy. And what makes this quarrel so sweet? Radharani's purest kind of love. When persons who are loving each other are quarreling, this is the sweetness which they exchange and relish. But when we conditioned souls are quarreling, then it's disaster and destroying all our fine, subtle emotions, and especially destroys our bhakti.
And why
Please,
she
Gurudev.
fight with Krishna, quarrel with Krishna? Why? Because Krishna needs different tests. To please with the freshness, with the different taste. Like I give you example, she is in the Chandravali Kunja and she is right hand. Right hand means to please, to get something from Krishna. So she is mostly caring to him, trying to give full pleasing to him, that I will get nice ornaments from Krishna. So that way she is very much pleasing. So this pleasing is not very much
Not so
giving.
intense.
So this is not any freshness for Krishna when also Radhika makes sweet talks to Krishna. So she has to become quarrel with Krishna. That relish to Krishna. So she do for the pleasure of the Krishna, happiness for the Krishna. How my Krishna will please, she do that for that. She knows what now he wants. Krishna what he wants, so she do that.
Varieties, which brings more pleasure, actually.
More pleasure.
Without varieties, there is not so much pleasure.
No.
Varieties are important,
Yeah.
but in pure manner, with pure love.
That selfless.
Selfless. Yes. And this is Suvrate, dedicated girl to selflessly give her lover all pleasure which even he cannot imagine.
But surprise to Krishna, he never calculate that. It's surprising to do that. Happiness, giving happiness. That.
Always new.
Oh.
Always new. We are reading pastimes and we are meditating on pastimes, but sometimes we are not aware that these pastimes are always different. Same pastime is always new and always new and always new. Same flowers are always new. Always new.
Always when I remember, I still is not going from mind. In the morning, afternoon class was Russian class, and this class was glorifying to Krishna. Glorifying to Krishna. Rupa Manjari glorified to Krishna. Why? To please Radhika. Why she is glorifying Krishna? To make happy to Radhika. But praying to Radhika, Rupa Manjari, that is Rupa Anuga, Rupa Siksha. He is doing for pleasing for us. Manjari only think for Radhika. So she is praying to Krishna to please Radhika and praying to Radhika, not to Krishna.
She is serving Krishna.
Krishna, glorifying to Krishna, sorry.
Yes.
Praying to Radhika.
And this is different thing. This is two different things.
Two different things.
Completely.
If you pray to Krishna, then why not you pray to Krishna? No, not praying to Krishna, not praying to Krishna, praying to Radhika. Because
yeah. So it means that the prayers are always addressed to someone to whom we are surrendering.
Right.
And we can glorify many others. No problem. We can glorify even the demons. What is the point of glorification? Because they have function in our spiritual life also, to be killed. But
this is the beauty of Utkal Kavallari. But everyone will not understand how is not a sight.
No.
It's not going from my mind.
Yeah. Thank you that you shared with us.
Yeah. Which look, you read that. I was one line after that. Many devotees come from our ISKCON devotees, so I cannot listen. But one line is not going out from my mind. It's enter in my heart.
Glorifying Krishna and praying to Radharani. Wow.
It's shocking to me that we glorify Krishna, but we have to pray to Radhika.
Yeah.
Only for the pleasing to the Sabni, Istadev.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of Rupa Goswami.
But this prayer, Gurudev, is also glorification of Radharani. But
Yeah.
through the prayer.
Wow.
But intention is different. When I pray to you, I'm taking shelter of you.
Radha. Wow.
And when I'm glorifying of you, it's okay. I'm doing because of my beloved who loves you.
That's the point. Wow. That's the point.
Thank you, Gurudev.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shyama,
Clear?
Amazing.
Shyama feels boundless bliss when he tastes the sweetness of this quarrel.
What? Who?
Shyama feels boundless.
Huh?
Shyama.
Shama, different, my dear. Meaning are different. Shyama is Radhika and Shyam means Krishna.
Aha.
Yeah, that's the point.
Shyama.
It's written
Feels-
Shyama. Yeah, it's written, but not with this long A, you know.
Yeah,
and when you
yeah,
are
yeah.
reading Shyama, you have to read Shyam. Not with
Ah,
Shyama.
okay.
But
Okay,
it's
okay. I
written
understood.
A.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
So-
when you see Shyama, like long A, then
Yeah.
you,
yeah. I got it. Mm-hmm.
because this is the mood, different mood.
Yeah, yeah. So Shyam feels boundless bliss.
You see,
And-
Krishna, he is in bliss, mad, boundless bliss.
When he tastes the sweetness of this quarrel.
Yeah.
When I see Radha's face and eyes in this mood, I feel 1,000,000 times more happy than when I unite with her.
Sri Radha.
Finally, she enters a kunja with her prananatha and relishes all kinds of sweet pastimes with him there. When the vision disappears, Sri Raghunatha anxiously prays as follows. O dedicated Radhe, O sweetly speaking girl, O Empress of Raja, you play blissful rasic pastimes with Giridhari, the Lord of your life, and your crooked, playful, clever and rasic girlfriends. During these funny nectarian pastimes that are played on the crooked pretexts of picking flowers, Vamshidhari Krishna says, who is picking flowers in this kunja, stealing them from me? I've seen hundreds of thousands of women. I can't even count them. And they're all equal in form and qualities. But amongst them, you, O Hemangini, golden-limbed Radha, are the crown jewel. That's clear to me because you are not afraid. This Kunja abode belongs to Cupid, King Cupid, and I'm simply the Kunja's guardian. How dare you break off all these freshly sprouting branches? I think it's completely crazy. On the order of King Cupid, I will teach you a lesson in a lonely cave, just as I want it. Listen, O women of Raja. I will not loot everything from your limbs. Hearing these clever words, Princess Radha replied. Outwardly, she showed anger, but inwardly, she was decorated with 20 ornaments of topmost ecstatic love from seeing Hari. O Shri Radhe, Vraja Bala, Gopi. Seeing this intimate pastime, my mind becomes filled with joy. Vilapa Kusumanjali is a collection of nectarian prayers that is the jewel of Dasa Goswami's bhajan. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Here, I'll read again. Krishna says that I've seen hundreds of thousands of women, but amongst them, you are the crown jewel. That's clear to me because you are not afraid. Can you give a comment to this last phrase? Because you are not afraid. That's clear to me because you are not afraid.
Because who is afraid with Krishna? Fear. Feel guilty. Who is in the God consciousness. And who is in God consciousness? Who lives in body consciousness. They fear. Gopi Bhav is in the position of your soul identification. Is Gopi Bhav. This is Pancham Purusharth. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. This is 4 efforts. 5th effort is Prema Purusharth. Prema Purusharth beyond the Sato Guna, pure goodness, is a Pancham Purusharth. 5th effort. In Sato Guna, when the pure goodness comes, pure goodness cannot come in bodily consciousness without my soul. That soul consciousness is Gopi Bhav. So you're not fearful. Krishna says, I know that you realize it. You are not feeling God to me. You love me. Because you're beyond your material identification. So you're not fearful to me. You cross away of Purushartha. dharma, no religious practice. Bhagavad Gita, sarv dharmana pratajya. Second, artha, you have no desire for any artha. So you are gopi.
Thank you.
It's a break. Yeah. Internet is breaking. Gurudev's room or oh.
This is Gopi Bhav. So Radhika, Gopi and Sakhis has a one bhav, but the Manjaris has one bhav to serve Radhika. That is Manjari. Only service to Radhika is a Manjari. And who like Krishna, Radhika like Krishna, Gopis like Krishna, Sakhis like Krishna. They are in the same mood of Sakhi Bhav. Gopi Bhav is there, but Krishna is the goal. They are
Thank you.
but the goal is Krishna, not Radhika. Radhika is Sanchari Bhav. Asthai Bhav is Krishna. That
Okay, Gurudev, we came to unnatural end, but what to do?
Why? Make natural end by...
Shall I read the verse
Again, please.
again? Yeah.
Yes.
O Suvrate, dedicated girl, will you increase my bliss by falsely and angrily quarreling with the Lord of your heart, being supported by your girlfriends who are expert in helping you in your loving tricks while you play the flower-picking game?
Thank you, Radhapriya. Thank you, Gurudev, for your sharing. And all devotees who are participating very patiently, attentively, with full heart. So, Janandaji, thank you for your sharing. It was short, but...
Thank you very much for your beautiful, nice Harikatha.
No. So, Radhe Radhe.